Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to do a little bit of a GTA 6 leak / talk because the whole entire internet's been clamoring over this really big leak that I think is overall, well, at least in my opinion, somewhat fake, and it also seems somewhat on the unrealistic side. But because how the internet always is when it comes to Twitter, Reddit, even sometimes YouTube videos, there is just a lot of really kind of weird and dumb things out there. Now, sometimes it is fun to go and talk about the dumb things and call them out, because I'm also kind of dumb myself. You guys can always call me out too, but this one seems a little bit on the far-fetched side, where we're kind of seeing the fact this game might be one of the biggest games ever made, as well as also some massive price increases and even some big storage issues that I just don't think is probably going to happen, although I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below, because obviously a lot of folks are polarized on this one. Twitter is kind of going up in a storm, and well, I just think it's absolutely 100% fake. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, at least if you guys believe me. If not, then well, I don't know, maybe leave your hate comment down below. And of course, we have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to swing by and say what's up, especially up on Twitch down below, probably live right now. So if you guys have missed it, the whole internet's been kind of uppity in arms on a few different things when it comes to GTA 6. Now, we've been seeing some other various games getting canceled, which is leading to drama. We've been seeing a lot of the leaks, obviously, still as well, going on for GTA 6, but this one is one of the bigger ones, where yeah, this is kind of crazy, where apparently this game is expected now, and this has been kind of taking the whole entire gaming universe by storm. I've seen so many countless different articles and everything when it comes to GTA 6, where I'm kind of surprised, number one, that so many people are talking about it, and number two, how it's somewhat so widely acceptable that it's actually true. And now this is the big rumor / leaks that apparently been floating around for it, that at 750 gigabytes of an install size, over 400 hours of content in the game itself, so think multiplayer stuff, single player missions, and all of that stuff as well, dialogue, etc. And also GTA 6 may just be proved to be too much to handle, it is now claimed. Now, quote-unquote alleged, quote-unquote probably not real, quote-unquote this just seems so absolutely outside of the industry standard and norms and everything else in between. Also even comparing things like Xbox download space, PlayStation download space, or even the Switch 2, if that rumor is still being confirmed, download space. All of this just does not seem realistic, because first and foremost, I don't think people understand on how even small the download size for a standard PlayStation console might even be. That is horrible. That this is pretty much your entire console being taken up by one game, and you better like that game if your entire console has it. So let's go do a little bit more of just like, I want to rant on this because I think it's just dumb. So first and foremost, GTA 6 is undoubtedly the most awaited game. If you guys are excited for it, let me know, across the globe. The hype for this upcoming open world installment isn't at an all-time high, although sadly, Rockstar Games hasn't really pleased the fans with any substantial announcements so far. Till now, there have been a lot of leaks and revelations regarding the Grand Theft Auto series. We've been seeing a lot of cool leaks, such as having multiple different main characters, such as how they had in GTA 5, where they kind of floated around. A very big Bonnie and Claude type style. Female main characters. Multiple different area and locations. Like, as you guys know, for GTA 5, it was basically just one big segmented map. A lot of folks are now assuming, both for multiplayer and also for the main game, it'll be like a big, consistently changing map. It's a little bit more focused on the live, live drama, live development, whatever the proper word, like live service, probably still the best word for it, type game where things will be changed around, moved around, and it's also kind of just like separate areas, locations, and travel in the game. Now, obviously, this game is still not being confirmed, although we have been now hearing, once again, Rockstar, even owners, kind of teasing out the release date, which we'll cover up in a second, but this is why it's crazy, because as of right now, this news has still been going big. The latest leak might end up spending a lot of folks into panic mode unexpectedly, and this game apparently has a huge game file and content size, revealed by a recent tweet that has been made by GTA fans recognizing their expectations for this upcoming title. And this is where it is over here. Is an account called and goes by the name of GTA 6 News on X, which once again is one of those things I'm probably a little bit on the, skeptical side, saying recently dropped a nuke-sized leak on social media that went viral and a lot of people are talking about. While mentioning an anonymous leaker, the account wrote that GTA 6 may consume around 170 gigabytes of space for its installation. Now, this got a lot of favorites up on Twitter, but more so it got a lot of other outside media attention. Like I said, we're looking at this article over here. There is articles everywhere. There are so many different articles talking about this. When it comes to price point, when it comes to file size, it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's all over the place. So first and foremost, 750 gigabytes. That is insane because it's apparently 400-ish hours of content filled with multiple cities, as I mentioned, to explore, multiple different stories, different dialogues, and obviously when it comes to a Rockstar game, very good graphically wise, very good in terms of music wise, environment wise, modeling wise, etc., etc. But as well, there's also a big take too when it comes to the fact of like, well, it's going to probably have multiplayer as well, and current GTA 5 is over 100 gigs. Like, this game with all the updates and online updates have been insane, let alone everything else that might come on out. But I'm going to go and say this too because I just don't think this will be realistic. Like, obviously, if they even want to compare other things like Microsoft Flight Sim, which is at over 190 gigs, or things like Call of Duty, which are really high as well, I just don't think 700 gigs is even feasible for a game as of now. Mainly because, like I said, a big thing is because a lot of these consoles don't even have 1 terabyte of space. That's like insane. Like, you literally would just not be able to go and have this on your console. And if you guys kind of compare it to, there's operating systems you have to launch on your consoles, which take up space. And while you could always go and buy a bigger SSD for your consoles, those are always kind of normal. That's fine. But part two is that maybe you get like a PS5 Pro, they may launch with like maybe 2 or 3 terabytes to allow more actual system software stuff. But once again, that still has not been confirmed, although realistically should be out by the time GTA 6 comes out. But the part two is also with that game being so big, with all these years of development, the like long-term multiplayer, and everything else, there's also another rumor on that same vein saying the game will cost $150 at launch and may have cost the company over $2 billion. Now, that's also, I think, something astronomically crazy. Now, there might be other things such as like deluxe editions or future DLC packs or whatever might be included for these games, but right now the industry standard for a game is still around $60. Obviously, some games that are big AAA want to push for $70, which we understand. We get it. Like, you know, I understand. They want to make more money. Like, the game dev costs a lot of money overall. And Rockstar has been not shy on how much money they spent on this game. But it's also on the reverse that GTA 5 has been an absolute cash cow. And they make a lot of their money on multiplayer game experiences when it comes to, you know, basically people buying cash or doing the like all the stuff in the multiplayer version. That's where they make a lot of their money. It's a massive cash cow. So I don't think $150 is going to be realistic because they want more people playing the game. They want people on multiplayer. They want to maintain the multiplayer experience. And like I said, this might be like a major deluxe or extreme edition, but as of right now, I do not think that this is an actual expectation for these games. Yeah, it might cost a lot of money to develop, but GTA 5 has made that money back and then some. And let alone if they keep a similar dev cycle of having live service and having stuff on their games, they're going to make a lot more than $2 billion. I think everyone on the planet, if you guys are watching this video as well, are extremely excited for this game, even if it's like supposed to be quote unquote 750 gigs, which I don't think is real. I don't think that's true. And I do think as well when it comes to consoles, well, they just don't have the space for it. But the same thing with a $150 leak. I just think it's too expensive and it kind of goes and defeats the actual idea of microtransactions and pushing pretty much everyone they can on the game itself. $150 is a lot of money for a game. That's usually double the cost now. It's insane. And these are all of these leaks. A lot of these leaks as well have just been nutty. Like, it's just dang. Now, the game has been in development apparently since like 2014, maybe even earlier for early stages, but like, yeah, it's going to take a long time. You make a 10-year long game, it's going to cost a lot of money for the assets, and especially try to push it for PS5 or PS5 Pro, or even try to get this next level of graphics. Like, look at Red Dead Redemption 2. That game looked phenomenal and really was nice. And now Rockstar has been very adamant though on removing a lot of these different types of leaks, which is why it's kind of even more crazy, because like just a lot of things have just well been removed. Even on the same thing too as well, when it comes to also them trying to go cancel out other games to go and focus on this. And even Rockstar owners are confirming that this game should be coming out very, very soon. And it's kind of crazy because they've spent so much money, time, and everything. And this game is going to be one of the probably best-selling games for years and will be the same thing for GTA 5. Like, GTA 5 still is one of the #1 best-selling games as of all time, even right this second, and it's always constantly topping the charts. So just imagine how big this game's going to be as of right this second. Everyone knows GTA 5 as well. But yeah, they're even trying to say too, like with all these big leaks, which I do not think are true, just based on the fact that the cost-wise it's not effective. Same thing too as well when it comes to file size. It's too big. They're going to try to optimize that the best they can. It just seems like a very stupid thing for them to even go and mention. So the Rockstar parent company Take-Two Interactive seems to really want everyone to understand it's coming out very, very soon, but they don't want to say it as of yet too as well. So Take-Two has recently said it expects to achieve over $8 billion in net bookings, and if they spend $2 billion to make the game, and they're somehow expected to make $6 more billion, I think it's fine to release the game cheaper and get their microtransactions, and they do really want to try to get their bookings for this 2025 year. So that's huge. They want to have a massive, massive price bump, and how else going to make that besides getting GTA 6 as well? So while there has still been a lot of leaks and rumors, these are kind of dumb and these are crazy because $150 on GTA 6 seems so unrealistic, and how big that game is as well seems really dumb. So give me your thoughts and comments. Subscribe if you guys are new at the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. Probably live up on Twitch right now if you guys want to hang out and chill. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Leave a like and your thoughts down below.